So I actually wasn't gonna film today. Today was supposed to be a relaxed day for me, but it turns out I have a sick goat and this does not happen often. And so it's worth pulling out the camera and showing you what I'm gonna do. Alrighty. So I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to tell from here because Tully's in the way. Do you see how hunchy Calamity is? Yeah, you know I'm here to help you, don't you, sweet girl? So Calamity has really fluffed out her hair coat. It's not cold right now. She should not be doing that. She has a hunched stance. And when I came around to feed, she was not interested. She actually kind of gags. She'll probably do it when I put her in the milking stand and you'll be able to see that. But Calamity's done this before, so I have a good idea of what ails her, but I need to catch her, so I'm gonna put you down. She's not gonna be hard to catch. It's just, I need both hands. I know, you don't have to eat it, but you do have to be caught, okay? It was actually just yesterday that I put Calamity up on the stand to give her a little bit of extra grain, but also it's time to trim her hooves. And can you see how she's like she gets almost like a Joker type smile, if you know what I mean. The grain is really bothering her. But anyways, I had her on the stand to trim her feet. When I trim feet, I give extra grain. Calamity is very sensitive to getting extra grain. And so I think she might be dealing with a little bit of bloat and acidosis. But when you have a sick goat, the first thing you want to check is their temperature, which I can't find my thermometer. So I looked everywhere inside my house, assumed that it was in the barn. I can't find it. With ruminants, it's really important that they continue ruminating. If they don't, it really decreases the B vitamins in their system, and they need those B vitamins. They're essential for brain function. Yeah, she's very tight in her abdomen, which I did expect. Not necessarily the rumen. I do hear though. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can have you hear this. Do you hear how it's kind of like a taut basketball? That's not normal. She's definitely got some bloat going on. I have this bloat treatment on hand that I have used before. It's very effective. On the bottle it says goats need 6 ounces. This bottle here is 12 ounces, so she's gonna get half the bottle. She's not gonna like it. Not at all. So with drenching guns, you wanna put this in the corner of their mouth and towards the back of the throat. Go slow. She needs to be able to swallow it. You're all right. Good girl. Okay. You need quite a bit more, all right? Oh, I'm sorry. I feel so bad, but it's completely necessary. Goats and rabbits, really, probably any prey animal, if you notice that they're off, it's never worth the wait and see method. Usually if the prey animal is showing that they don't feel good, they really don't feel good, and you need to act. I know, I'm so sorry. These little drenching guns are awesome. You can clearly tell when I'm giving her the medicine. She's biting down on it really hard. I have given these types of meds with a regular syringe before, but just know that they're gonna destroy it. Poor thing, she's tired. This is good, this is good. Good girl. Awesome, very good. Well, I thought she was going to show a little bit of interest in the hay, but it looks like that's a no-go as well. So I mentioned that they need B vitamins. The most important one for goats is thiamine. It's apparently better absorbed if you can give it to them the oral route. This is an injectable, and I'm going to give it to her as an injection because that's what I've always done. And the oral B vitamins that I have in my house is just B12, and this has thiamine in it. I'm going to give her the sheep dose, which is 5 ml per 100 pounds. This is given subcutaneously right behind her elbow. Sorry, I left my tripod in the house, so this is the view you get. See how distended she is? Okay. Time for a clean out again, huh? Watch out. Will you be nice for once? She does not feel good. Oh. Are you throwing up? Oh. I hear you, sweet girl. I'm sorry. It's supposed to make you burp. You're a good girl.
We also perform blood tests and other tests to monitor your pet's health. Your pet tested for heartworm, mixing, tapeworm. April is senior pet month, and May is pet allergy and exotic pet month. Okay, yes ma'am, go ahead and notify.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. What's this one's name?
Her name is Calamity.
Alright, I will get her down on the system. You just head this way, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
When I've treated for bloat in the past, they've responded a lot faster than what she's doing. I don't really like the way that she's breathing, and I think it's more than just maybe a little bit of the bloat treatment going down the wrong tube. She seems like her bloat has kind of gone lower than just the rumen, so we're going to rush off to the vet. Even though she is eating a little bit, I like that. This is Calamity, so we're going. I haven't had to give a bloat treatment super frequently. I think I've only ever given it twice before, maybe even once. But from what I recall, it's always worked. And it's always worked within about 10 or 20 minutes. I can notice a change in the goat. And that simply wasn't happening with Calamity. I did notice that she was more distended, almost towards like underneath the rumen, not the rumen itself, but like further down along her digestive tract. And that was worrisome to me. She's eating a little bit of hay right now, which makes me really happy. So I texted a few of my goat friends. I texted one of my goat mentors, and I went straight to the vet because I really wasn't sure. And like I mentioned, with goats, it's not always smart to just wait and see how they are in the morning. Oftentimes you'll find them dead in the morning, and the vet was very happy that we brought her in. She said, because she's standing, I think we have a good prognosis. But she says once they go down, she's seen them die within 10 minutes. So I'm very happy that we brought her in. Now, the vet did say that she thinks we took care of the bloat problem, but she thinks in the process of Calamity herself trying to, burp, that she aspirated some rumen contents. While she was in the vet's office, she coughed and brown came out of her nose. And I said, wow, I heard her lungs dealing with something, but I assumed that maybe, while I was giving her the drench, that some of it maybe went down the wrong tube. But the drench is yellow. And she said, yeah, it was not. It was not what you gave her. So Calamity has had Baytril antibiotic. I've got to give her that for the next 2 nights. She's had her first dose tonight. They gave her Banamine, which is a anti-inflammatory and pain reliever, and they also gave her a steroid. So Calamity is bred. She is 3 months bred with Odie's babies. We bred her to Odie just as kind of a last-ditch effort to maybe keep some of his genetics here on our farm, just in case he happens to throw a two-teated doe with Calamity. I wanted to keep a little bit of that genetic diversity, but the vet says that we should probably plan for her pregnancy to fail, which is really sad. But the dough always comes first. Are you gonna drink? This will make me so happy if she drinks. Oh, good burp. They did blood work. Look at her drink. Oh, look at her chug. Oh, good girl. They did blood work on her because it wasn't immediately clear what was going on. They did an ultrasound on her to check and make sure she didn't have a twisted bowel. The blood work looked fine. She wasn't necessarily dealing with any active infection right now, but it did show that she was dehydrated, so it makes me happy to see her drink and eat a little bit. I have some of this like electrogel electrolyte supplement. I don't have as much as I really would like. I'd love for her to take it, but she probably doesn't trust me anymore. Come here, this is yummy. This is yummy. I was just looking at my discharge paperwork. It doesn't look like they ran a fecal on her. I noticed that she had very sludgy poo when we were there at the vet's office, which is not normal. I know she's kind of had the entire pharmacy thrown at her, but if she was dealing with worms at the same time, it's really not gonna help. So I'm gonna give her a little bit of ivermectin. She's making some noises at me because she did not like that electrolyte gel. The ivermectin is supposed to be yummy. Yeah. I've never seen her look this bad and this crummy. So the vet had hopes, because she is still standing, that the medicine will have a chance to work its magic. The bloat treatment will be able to work through the rest of her system, and the steroids and antibiotics will be able to do their work on her lungs. So prayers for the herd appreciated.